Welcome to AIGP News. I'm Steve Sanders. In this week's top story, Wiener has resigned amid scandal. Reportedly, the Wiener was seen with Kim Kardashian. The Wiener in question is Congressman Anthony Weiner, who has said that his wife has stood by him throughout the whole ordeal, and she has only hit him with a frying pan once. The scandal involved the representative sending lewd pictures to his Twitter followers of, well, himself. This is not the first time someone has gotten in trouble over Twitter. Remember when Ashton Kutcher twittered that he was the greatest actor to ever live? That is being called the stupidest thing to ever Twitter. Mitt Romney got in some trouble this week after he told people at a rally that he was unemployed. Which, technically he is unemployed, he doesn't have a job. If you understand this situation, please feel free to email me at s_w_sanders@usa.com to tell me what in the hell the big deal is. Mitt Romney's camp, though, has came out and said that Democrats are ludicrous and absurd in what is surely true. President Obama's top general in Afghanistan has given the president several options to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Some range from the obvious, load them on the planes. Others go to the absurd, such as name them Afghani citizens and leave. The president is going to be looking over these options and will make a decision shortly. We will probably not report on this decision because it will come during a time I am not writing this show, and therefore don't care. For those of you who do care about this decision, you probably knew there are troops in Afghanistan. The Senate has voted to cancel the ethanol tax credit, which gives money to oil refiners who mix ethanol with gas. This is bad news for the Senate, as the House will surely vote it back in. This comes during the crisis of the American government, the money crisis, where the government is set to reach its spending limit by August 1st. Some people want cuts, some people want increased spending, and others want to beat their heads mercilessly against the desk. An FBI technician has said that the duct tape found on Caylee Anthony's body did not match the victim, the mother, or the grandparents. It did match Big Bird, who is currently being questioned by the FBI. This is part of the defense's plan to prove that Casey Anthony is innocent, and the prosecution's case is circumstantial. The prosecution is setting out to prove Casey Anthony guilty, and Jim Tressel is promising that they will beat Michigan. Astronomers are saying that a flash in the sky was a neighboring sun being sucked into a black hole. Wake up! Hugh Hefner and his fiancée will reportedly not be getting married after she called off the wedding. We don't know why, but we here at AIGP News have a theory. He was just too young for her. She was set to be on this month's Playboy cover, but now they will attach a sticker to the cover, calling her a runaway bride. This is set to decrease sales, as that was a horrible, horrible, horrible movie. Cliff Lee threw a two-hitter against the Marlins this week, leading the Phillies to win 3-0. Congratulations to Cliff Lee. I have no idea who you are, and will probably never hear from you again. The Pentagon is trying to decrease holes in its cyber defenses. The hole is reportedly around 1 meter in diameter, or about the size of a womp rat, and if you hit it directly with a photon torpedo, it will blow up the government. The Pentagon is also trying to increase the defenses around the electric power grid, meaning that live free or die hard could actually come true. No, not the fire sale, the old bald guy getting shot at. Joe Biden is set to sit down with Democratic and Republican leaders to figure out a way to increase the debt ceiling of the U.S. government, or to mercilessly tease the Republicans. This comes as the two groups are are fighting amongst themselves whether to increase the debt ceiling. If nothing comes of this, they will continue to argue and eventually increase the debt ceiling. So really it's kind of pointless. Al-Qaeda's longtime second serving leader, Ayman al-Zawahiri, has become the leader of Al-Qaeda. His plans include longer lunches and milkshakes for dinner. Al-Zawahiri's whereabouts currently are unknown, but the U.S. government is offering $25 million for his capture or death. Well, boys, let's go hunting. What do you mean this isn't a real gun? The guy at the pawn shop told me this was a real gun. Damn pawn shops always screwing me. A series of resignations on Thursday shook the Greece's Prime Minister's attempt to reshuffle his cabinet. He reportedly wants the books on the top and the folders on the bottom. Greece's Prime Minister said this will not halt Greece's attempts to pay back its debts and get out of debt. Though this did spook investors. The Prime Minister said Greece will still get out of debt or become the first privately owned country. Now here's the world's greatest critic to talk to us about the old NES game Wall Street Kid. Take it away, critic. And I said to him, you know what? I'm gonna kick your ass. And he said, you're so drunk you can't even stand up. And I said, well, you're so drunk you can't even stand up. And he said, well, you're an asshole. And I said, what? I'm on. Why the hell you always gotta come on to me? I am the world's greatest critic. I am a legend. I am an icon. I am he who calls himself I am. No, that's not fucking God. That's the world's greatest critic. He's a legend. He's an icon. Like Sting. Or Hulk Hogan. Or that guy who broke his neck on falling from the rafters. Who? No, that wasn't fucking Owen Hart. Owen Hart's retired in like Arizona. Wasn't that like Jeff Jarrett? I don't fucking care. Jesus Christ, why are we arguing about wrestling? I'm supposed to be reviewing crap, you know. Now what am I supposed to be reviewing? Wall Street Kid. You mean that crappy NES game? Why the hell did I agree to review that? That game sucks. Okay, I'll review it. For those of you who don't know what Wall Street Kid is, it's a game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And for those of you that don't know what it is still, you should thank your maker. Wall Street Kid is this game based off a Japanese game and its sequel, where you buy and sell stocks. I am not making this up, because when I think Nintendo, I think kids. And when I think kids, I think the thing they want to do the most is buy and sell stocks. Now, the premise of this game is your rich uncle died, and he's going to leave you his fortune if you can turn $500,000 into buying $1 million house, later a yacht, and a castle. I'm not fucking kidding, you gotta buy a castle. Who the hell wants to own a castle? I don't know, but you gotta buy a castle. And pamper your girlfriend with like 6 fucking puppies. I don't know why the fuck she wants 6 fucking puppies. Jesus Christ, I don't fucking know that, but she always wants a fucking puppy. Anyways, so you take this $500,000, instead of just taking the money and like leaving, which would be what I do. It's like, here's $500,000, the rest of the stock market, or you could win $600 billion. It's like, fuck you, I'm just taking the $500,000. You invest and buy and sell stocks. Now you have 1 month to buy a $1 million house. So in 1 month, you got to turn that 500 into $1 million. Now you can do other things throughout the day besides buying and selling stocks. You can take your girlfriend on picnics, take her to shopping, or you can go to the carnival, which she never wants to go to because she's a stuck-up bitch. You can also go to the gym and work out, go swimming, or go hiking with a hiking trail that's never open. There's also this bitch you can go to and you give her $1,000 and she runs her mouth about a stock tip, which never fucking works. Actually, it normally works. That's normally a good deal. You can also go to bank once you have the house and get a loan for $800,000 so you can make more money so you can buy the yacht and the castle. And there's something else you can do, but I don't remember what it is. Anyways, this game is fucking boring. Literally, you're sitting there buying and selling stocks. And the stocks don't fucking change throughout the day. So there's no point in like this not skipping the day, though you gotta work out so you don't become a fat slob, and you gotta take your girlfriend out so she can ask for fucking puppies. Literally, this game is fucking boring. I played it for an hour. 1 hour. I fell asleep 4 times. And the day doesn't just go by in normal time. So if you fall asleep, you're pretty much fucked because you're going to sleep through a week. And then you're fucked. It is the most boring game on the planet. Why the fuck did they make a game about buying stocks? Seriously, you might as well make a game about having an election. What? They made a game about running for the political office. What? That fucking is stupid. It was called Presidential Race. It was called Election 84. And now you're gonna fucking want me to review that, aren't you? You want me to review it next week. You better have this game. You're not sure if you can get it? Okay, that's good. So for those of you paying attention, next week I might be reviewing Election 84. Or I might not, if they can't get it. So let's all pray that they can't get it. Back to Wall Street Kid. Eventually you can beat this game if you can stay awake long enough. It's unique. It's boring as shit, but it's unique. So, you can play it online over the internet if you want. If you want. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to. Seriously, this game is boring. It will put you to sleep. It is the worst game on the planet. Okay, it's not the worst game on the planet. The graphics are good, the controller's okay. It makes sense. It's got a good range of difficulty. It is kind of difficult. No save feature, so you can't save and then come back. It's got the password system, which fucking sucks. If you want to come back, so you might as well not come back. And it's going to take at least 2 hours to beat. So, play it, don't play it, I don't recommend it. If you're in for torture, play it. Now go ahead, I got stuff to do. Now where was I? Oh yeah, that guy called me an asshole. I said, well, you're the asshole. Thank you, World's Greatest Critic. That was interesting. Now for celebrity news. Larry Flynt has reportedly offered Representative Anthony Weiner a job at Hustler. This job will pay 20% more than being a representative and have good health care. And naked women. For those of you who don't know who Larry Flynt is, good. It's really not that important. Rebecca Black has pulled the video Friday from YouTube, proving there is a God. This comes as she is suing her record label for making money off her likeness, proving that Rebecca Black has no idea what record labels do. Miami Heat star Chris Bosh is being sued by his baby mama for reportedly torpedoing her chances for being on a TV show called Basketball Wives. This is the worst thing to happen to Chris Bosh since Miami got their asses handed to him in the championship game and the world celebrated. She was set to star on this show, but he reportedly threatened producers who then fired her. She was also set to make $250,000 off this show. Wow. I wonder if I had a sex change. Could I be on that show? Because I don't make shit off this. Legendary guitarist Carlos Santana was seen this week wearing a sheer shirt, giving the world something else we never want to see again. Buzz Aldrin has reportedly filed for divorce from his third wife. That's a good thing about drinking a lot of pop and smoking a lot. I won't live past divorcing 2 wives. Bam Margera has said his friend Cleveland ruined his Lamborghini by filling it full of diesel. We don't know when this will be on the show, but we're sure it will. He also said that the people at the Philadelphia airport said he was drunk. He replied, "Do you know who I am?" They weren't sure, but considering how drunk he was, they thought he was the wrestler, the Sandman. Lenny Dykstra has pled not guilty to the 25 charges he was facing. He was immediately taken back to jail, proving that a middle-aged white man can't get a fair shake in this country. Dallas Mavericks player Deshaun Stevenson was arrested this week for public intoxication, which a black man being arrested really isn't news. A Vancouver Canucks fan took a flash grenade to the crotch this week, proving that people in Canada need more stuff to do. Garcelle Beavis is now officially divorced. You may know her from the TNT show Franklin Bash, or maybe not, since no one watches that show. E-Online gave us a reason not to hate Gwyneth Paltrow this week. That doesn't make up for the thousands of reasons to hate Gwyneth Paltrow. Now here is Roger the T-Rex to tell us more about the new Nintendo system introduced at this year's E3. Take it away, Roger.
Thank you, Steve. I'm Roger the T-Rex. I'm here to talk about the new Nintendo system due out in 2012, the Wii U. Yeah, its name kind of sucks. But this is actually looking like a very excellent system. It's able to play in full HD with full 1080p and is state-of-the-art, more powerful than a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, and will be the first system of the new generation. The system, while a video game system, is innovative, exciting, and the first system I've been excited about in a long time. Its storage is fair with standard storage devices capable of being used with it for more storage. But its controller is truly the thing that is unprecedented. The Wii U controller is almost a system within itself, having a full 6-inch touchscreen capable of only single touch, not multi-touch, and allowing people to play a video game without the use of the TV. This is something parents have wanted for a long time. At least my parents have wanted it. I don't know about your parents. Well, the parents can watch a movie, the kid can play his game, and everyone's happy. It's wonderful. The kid plays his game, the parents watch their pornographic movie with the kid in the room for some reason. It's wonderful. The controller is actually quite large and expensive, which might be a little bit of a problem with replacing it. But I imagine there will be regular controllers that can be used with it. The Wii U is, much like the Wii, is backwards compatible with Wii games, as the Wii is backwards compatible with the GameCube. The Wii U, though, will not be backwards compatible with the GameCube. This is something both Microsoft and Sony have forgotten about that people want. People want not only to own one system and play all their games. One system, all games. Now, you can't expect it to be compatible with the N64, Super Nintendo, or the NES, but as the Wii has shown, they have a way of working around this backwards compatibility issue by issuing classic games onto the Wii in its format, so that you can still play them on your Wii. They've really found solutions to many problems that Sony and Microsoft have been overlooking. A prototype of this system was unveiled to great applause at this year's E3 awards, or at this year's E3 convention. Well, Nintendo stock originally took a hit. I don't expect it to stay down. Nintendo knows what they're doing and what their audience wants. This system is not only made for the casual gamers like the Wii, but it's made for hardcore gamers like me. This is a revolutionary system, designed for everyone. It should start a new trend. I'm looking forward to reviewing this system and several of its games for when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know about letting you review something. You're kind of boring. We should really let others review things.
Well, I've reviewed some things before, and it worked.
No, it didn't. It didn't work at all.
But who knows the technical aspects of something better than me?
Well, no one, but you're too techy. You're not common people. We should just keep letting the world's greatest critic review things.
What if I worked with the world's greatest critic to do reviews?
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I'll think about it.
Thank you. Now back to you in the studio.
World's Greatest Critic and Roger the T-Rex reviewing things. Well, it's time for sports news. The Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup this week, finally bringing a winning team to Boston. This caused riots in Vancouver, which, since that's in Canada, the worst they probably did was spill maple syrup. The Bruins shared the cup with the city in a parade in their honor. Now the cup will go to each player's hometown, meaning it won't be in Boston for a long, long, long time. Kurt Busch won his third straight sprint pole this week. He reportedly won it in a game of checkers. Nevada Wolfpack starting receiver Brandon Wimberly was shot in the abdomen this week. Police don't know who shot him, but probably the person who knows Nevada has a football team. Chicago Cubs pitcher Carlos Zambrano said he would be willing to waive his no-trade clause if the Cubs decide to trade him. He also said it would be nice playing for a winning team. MLB legend and Hall of Famer Gary Carter was rushed to the ER this week with a persistent cough and back pains. Really? Man, what a win. Calbert Cheney, or Cheney, however you say his name, is returning to the Hoosiers this week as he has been named the new Director of Basketball Operations. This is the best move since the Hoovers made that really bad movie. Longtime NFL defensive end Raheem Buck was arrested this week for failing to pay a $27 bar tab. Great job, Raheem. Good to go to jail for $27. 2 kids were issued a citation this week for running a lemonade stand on a neighbor's property near the U.S. Open. People are up in arms over this, proving just how stupid people are. Now here are this week's baseball scores. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Steve Sanders, signing off.